In this how-to tutorial, I will show you how students can retrieve a file from the digital locker, open the assignment in another app, mark it up, then save it back to their digital locker where they can submit it as an assignment in Gaggle. The first thing the student will do is go to their digital locker. Now, previous to having the students go here, you would have already put the document into the digital locker for your class. For this particular assignment, this student will tap on Addition Pictograph, which is located right beneath the Social Studies folder. So I'm going to tap it, and there's the assignment. The student would go to the upper right-hand corner of their screen and tap the Share button, which looks like the square with the upward pointing arrow. Then they will choose Open in another app. From here, you can see there are many choices of apps this could be opened in. For this particular assignment, we're going to open it in New Annotate, so I'm going to tap that icon. Once New Annotate opens, the form or document itself will open. And there's the form. Unfortunately, when this document is mirrored, you don't see the tools at the top of the toolbar. But I'm going to take a tool and I'm going to mark this up. I'm just going to mark it with some scribble scrabbles. That way there's something on the form. Then, in the upper right hand corner of the screen, which you don't see this looking at the mirrored screen, however, on the student screen there is a Share button that looks like a square with a right pointing arrow in it. So I will tap that right pointing arrow, and I'm going to Open In, which is a choice, and I'm going to choose a PDF and put a blue check beside of it, and then I'm going to tap the Done button. Once you do this, you'll see once again several choices of apps that you can send this document to. I'm going to scroll over and Open in Gaggle, which means this document will be sent back to the student's digital locker. I'm going to tap the Done button. If you notice, in the left-hand corner beneath the Social Studies folder, you see Addition Pictograph that's not shared. Then below that you see another Addition Pictograph, which was shared by me. The one that is not shared is the one that the student annotated on, and that will be the one that we will send to the documents. At this point, if you notice, there's a little house in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. That means that will take you home or back to where the list of apps, applications are for Gaggle. So I'm going to tap the house. At this point, the student would choose the assignments. Once the assignments is tapped, all of the drop boxes for that particular student are listed. Every class has its own drop box. At the bottom of the screen is the training class that I am using to submit this assignment. So the student would click or tap the training class. Before making the video, I had already created a folder that was called Math Pictographs that I wanted all my students to submit their assignments to. So the student would tap on Math Pictographs, and you would have to tell the student that. If you notice, there is a distribution date of when this assignment was created and also a due date. But if you notice above that in the upper right hand corner, there's also a Submit button. So we're going to tap Submit. Then the student's digital locker will appear. In this list are things that this student can add or submit to the digital locker for you to grade. And at the top of the list is the Addition Pictograph that is not shared. So I'm going to tap that. It's going to ask me if I'm sure this is the one I want to submit, and I'm going to tap Yes. And from here, the assignment is submitted for the student and for the teacher so that it can be graded. And that's how you take a document from the digital locker, annotate on it, save it back to the digital locker, and then submit it in an assignment to be graded.